In the orchards at Burrow Hill, we're just at the moment coming to the end of blossom. We've had a huge amount of blossom this year. We have 180 acres here of trees. Most of them are these standard trees. They're grown unintensively. We grow about 50 trees per acre.
We're lucky in this area because Kingsbury is considered to be what's called a vintage area. There are 3 areas of vintage areas in England. They're all in Somerset. One's around Wedmore, one around Baltonsborough, and the other one is Kingsbury Episcopi. So we're very privileged of having some of the best raw material.
We are in an orchard called 7 Acres. So these trees are foxwhelp trees. Why they're called foxwhelp is because when you press the juice, it smells like a fox's set. Sounds a bit disgusting, but actually it makes a good juice. This is a bilberry tree in full blossom. We've got another Stoke Red. We've got Dabonet. We've got Tremlets. This over here is a Kingston Black.
The art and the craft of cider making consists of blending some of the 300 varieties which are recognised cider apples. One of the joys of cider apples is that we know the region. It's not like wine where you have Chardonnay from Stoke-on-Trent to Tasmania. On the whole, cider apples are bred to grow in the region and the climates that they now find themselves in. This is, for instance, this Dabonet variety. It was found originally, I think, in 1937 in Mid-Lambrook, which is about 3 fields across that way. It's a bittersweet, which means it's high sugar, high tannin, and low acidity. If you're making cider out of this variety, you need some more acidic apples to go with it. That not only gives it a taste, but gives it the right pH for yeast to grow in a healthy sort of way. If you don't have this added acidity out of an apple, you'd have to put it in there from a sack. And that's really against the principles. If you have cider, then every damn thing in the bottle should come out of a cider apple.
We rely on bees to come and pollinate the flowers so we get apples. Sometimes we bring in bumblebees and sometimes we bring in honeybees. But really we rely on keeping the environment in such a way that there's a lot of natural pollinators. We don't use pesticides because that would ruin the insect population, which we really rely on. We are going to see the Kingston Black Orchard now, and the Kingston Black Orchard is an orchard that's really important for us. It's a very special apple that's legendary. The old boys say that it's really important that you can throw your hat up through the middle of the trees, up through the branches. It allows the light to get into the tree. This is my job in the next couple of weeks. I need to get up these trees and cut the suckers off, and it will just allow the apple tree to mature into the right shape.
In our case, artisan means 100% apple use. But ultimately, I think that the word, it is a question of, unusually used in a Somerset farm, is a question of philosophy. We are cider makers, we use apples, we use them as they should be used. We don't go shortcutting to the chemical world.